Pisces, March is quite possibly the most important month of 2023 because we're going to be experiencing some extreme energy shifts, both individually and as a collective. However, for you, there is a major focus on the individual part of that equation because you've got a lot of heavy hitter energy entering both your 12th house and your first house this month. So if you want to know what the hell I'm talking about and what all of this means, stay tuned. You definitely don't want to miss this. What's going on, Pisces? As always, I hope that this video finds you well and in excellent spirits. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Mel, your new favorite astrologer, and I'm the founder of divinefeminineworks, where I help people unlock their divinity and discover their magic. And as always, if you are returning, welcome back. So this channel is everything tarot, astrology, spirituality, and manifestation. So if those are the things you like, if those are the things you love, if those are the things you want to learn more about, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so you always be notified when I come out with new content. All right, my love. So this is going to be the March 2023 monthly astro forecast for the sign of Pisces. All right. So these are done by rising signs, okay? But I also find that they may or may not resonate with your sun sign. So it's best to look at your rising sign, but you also may want to look at your sun sign to get sort of the full picture, all right? And the link to the March 2023 playlist, the Astro Forecast playlist, is going to be in the description box below. All right, so without further ado, let's jump into what March looks like for you. So first and foremost, you have an emphasis on your first house of self. So there's going to be an emphasis on you and yourself. Thereafter, there's going to be an emphasis on your money and assets, your friendship and goals, and the house of the unknown. All right, so let's jump right in and talk about it. So like I said in the opening, March is quite possibly the most important month of 2023 because it marks a serious turning point in civilization, kind of, okay? So first of all, it's the start of the zodiacal new year. So once Aries season begins, it is a new turn around the wheel. So it's really the natural new year, okay? So we have the fiscal new year in January. We have the actual natural new year in March, all right? So we've got that going down in March, and that happens every March. However, this particular March is pretty special because we've got Saturn changing signs and we've got Pluto changing signs. Now, Saturn remains in a sign for several years, okay? So while it does move a lot more frequently than Pluto, the fact that it's changing signs in March is it's a pretty big deal. But Pluto, honey, Pluto only changes signs every 20 or 20 plus years. And Pluto, the changing of Pluto, the changing of signs with respect to Pluto, it marks different generations. So you know how we have boomers, we've got Generation X, millennials, Gen Z. All of those are how we come up with that generation is by the movement of Pluto. And so we are entering a completely new generation beginning in this month, okay? And now, while Pluto and Saturn are outer planets, meaning they're pretty far away from Earth, their effect is more so on us as humans, like as a collective. However, with this shift, there is going to be some personal changes, all right? And that's exactly what I am going to discuss for you right now, all right? So we start at the beginning. And first, there's an emphasis on your first house of self, okay? And this is while the sun is still in your sign, the sign of Pisces, okay? So there is going to be this energy of, handling your personal goals, focus on yourself, on your body, on your attitude, all of those first house kind of issues are going to be energized while the sun is in your first house, okay? Now, I also mentioned that Saturn is going to be moving into your first house as well this month, all right? And that's a pretty big deal. Saturn in your first house can be a little frustrating. it can be a little challenging because Saturn represents challenges, obstacles, and delays, okay? It's also karmic retribution. It's also life lessons. So there may be a lot of life lessons that you may be learning come March and beyond. When it comes to yourself, your attitude, the way that you think, your personality, your outlook on life, right? There will also be some karmic retribution. So, you know the saying, what goes around comes around. And so I feel like Saturn may be bringing some personal karma your way in this new Saturn cycle, okay? Now, keep in mind that if you have goals related to, let's say, losing weight or gaining weight, changing your appearance, it might be a bit frustrating with Saturn in your first house because, again, Saturn represents obstacles, challenges, and delays. So have patience with yourself, especially if you are working on some of those goals that I just mentioned. Saturn is also about working hard. So like I said before, you know, there's this element of obstacles and delays, especially when it comes to, like, let's say body goals. Like, let's say you have a weight loss goal that you're trying to reach. And with Saturn going into your first house, it's definitely going to frustrate you. It's going to frustrate the process. It may elongate the process. Things may take a lot longer than expected, but it's really to get you to commit. Saturn is very much a planet of commitment. And I feel like if you are willing to commit to whatever personal goals that you're trying to set or personal goals that you're trying to reach, Saturn will eventually reward you. Okay. So this is about really committing to yourself more so than anything else. Okay. And that's the greatest commitment of all, as corny and as cliche as that sounds. So Saturn in your first house is all about committing to yourself, and not just in March, but March and beyond, because Saturn is going to be hanging out in your first house between now and 2026, okay? And it's going to go retrograde between then, of course, so it might dip back into Aquarius for a bit. But by and large, Saturn is here to stay in your first house for the next couple of months, all right? So it's really important that you commit to yourself in a very real and practical way, okay? So this means working, physically working on the things that you're trying to achieve, committing to self-love. It may be committing to a particular attitude or committing to a particular outlook on life. But by and large, Saturn is going to ask you to commit to yourself. So you better start doing that now with whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. All right. Then there's going to be an emphasis on your second house of money and material possessions. And this is going to take place when Aries season begins. So when the sun moves into Aries at the second half of March, okay? And so during this time, it's going to energize your desire to start something new with respect to money, material possessions, personal finances. It may be changing jobs, starting a new job, starting a new business, finding new passive income streams. You know, you want to be bold and you want to be dynamic when it comes to any money goals that you are working on or that you are about to embark upon. Now, thankfully for you, you've also got Jupiter in your second house that's going to be hanging out for most of the year, okay? And so Jupiter is the greater benefic. It bestows positive energy. And so with this activation of the sun in Aries, and it's sort of energizing and lighting up your second house, taking any new action towards money goals is really going to be beneficial for you. It's like one little step is going to be magnified like tenfold. So I want to say that for you, with this second house emphasis in March, fortune favors the bold. And there's no better time to start anything new than at the natural new year come Aries season, right? So again, look for a new job, look for other passive income streams, start that business, be bold, dynamic, and fearless in the pursuit of your money goals in March. And I feel like it's going to pay off for you more than handsomely. All right. All right. And then next up, you have an emphasis on your 11th house of friendship and goals. All right. So your 11th house is Capricorn. Now, before Pluto moves into Aquarius, right? And that's going down later in March. Pluto is going to be wreaking havoc in your 11th house, all right? And I say that because Pluto is the great destroyer. And it's not destruction for no reason. It's really destroying what isn't working, what doesn't serve you, in order to leave room for things that do. And while Pluto is getting ready to transit into Aquarius, it's going to be at the 29th degree of Capricorn, which again is in your 11th house. So you may find that especially at the beginning to the middle of March, when it comes to friendships, when it comes to associations, when it comes to any of the goals that you are trying to achieve, you may find that there may be endings, there may be things falling apart. It may feel like death, doom, and destruction. And that's basically to get ready for things to be taking on a new form. And the best way to deal with this energy is to, whatever is leaving, whatever is ending, whatever is dying, let it. Because it probably didn't serve your highest good anyway. So I find that the beginning portion of March may be a little volatile. There may be things going on that just don't feel good. Again, there may be endings, but they're really just making way for new beginnings, all right? And this, again, has to do with your friendships, your associations, and any goals that you've been working on. Now, keep in mind, one of the things that I constantly have to remind myself is that just because I met with obstacles and frustration, or maybe even some kind of endings on the journey to accomplish something or manifest something, it doesn't mean that I'm not supposed to be on that journey. So let's say that you have a very lofty goal that you've been working towards, perhaps for quite some time, and you find that this Pluto at the 29th degree of Capricorn, you finding that either certain aspects of this goal are ending, or a certain season or cycle of this goal is ending. That's actually a good thing because it's getting rid of what's no longer necessary, all right? It's making room for new structures and new things related to that goal to either materialize, come to fruition, or appear, okay? So keep that in mind, especially if things get a little heavy and if they get a little intense, especially in the beginning half of March, all right? And then finally, there's going to be an emphasis on your 12th house of the unknown. And this is where Pluto is actually going to be transiting into come March. I can't remember the exact date off the top of my head, but towards the latter portion of March, okay? Pluto in your 12th house is really going to intensify your inner world, okay? It's also very futuristic, okay? And so you may find that you're implementing new and innovative ways of meditating, of spirituality, of spiritual practices. This may be a time where you rest or recharge with respect to technology. So this could be a great time for you. Now, Pluto is going to be in your 12th house for the next 20 years. So I'm not saying take a 20-year break, but particularly as Pluto is first entering Aquarius, maybe a great time to do a social media detox, an internet detox. This may be a time to get rid of all of the things that are standing in the way of you having peace of mind and peace of spirit, okay? Anything that may be disrupting that, it's time to put that aside, at least for a little bit, okay? Now, Pluto, like I said, it's going to be in your 12th house for the next 20 years. However, in 2023, it's only going to be in Aquarius for 3 months. So March, April, May, and a little bit of June is when Pluto is going to be in Aquarius. And then it's going to retrograde back into Capricorn for the remainder of the year, okay? So we only get a taste of that Pluto in Aquarius for 3 months. So during that 3 months, you may find that things get really intense in your subconscious, in terms of your spirituality. Just ride the wave. Literally just ride the wave. I feel like Pluto in Aquarius is really about building. Pluto in Capricorn was about tearing down. Pluto in Aquarius is about building. So some of those goals that you've been working on may not have been of your highest good, okay? And I feel like Pluto in Aquarius is really going to have you tap into yourself, tap into your higher self, and figure out what's really in alignment with your highest good on a very intense level, all right? So get ready because, like I said, March is all about a lot of energy shifts. And I feel like for you especially, it is going to rock your inner world. I feel like these two energy shifts, Saturn and Pluto are going to affect you very personally and very profoundly. But the thing I like about it the most, Pisces, is that I feel like Pluto, especially Pluto in Aquarius, it's going to allow you to really transform the way that you think. It's going to help you transform your inner world so that you can transform your outer world. And you're going to have plenty of time to work on that. Because like I said, Pluto in Aquarius is going to be here for like the next 20 plus years. All right. So that's pretty much the nutshell of the astrology for you. And if you want to know more about the astrology of March 2023, definitely check out the March 2023 monthly astrology forecast. And I'll leave the link to that in the description box below. All right. So now that we've gotten the astrology out of the way, let's get into the tarot and see what messages Spirit has for you for March. All right. So let us get into it. All right, Spirit, let's see what we've got for Pisces for March 2023. Get two more. All right, beautiful. So we've got the heart, we've got the clover, and we've got the cross. Pisces, I am loving this for you, okay? Because this is letting me know that you've gone through a series of hardships, all right? You've had a tremendous cross to bear, particularly in the love department, or particularly in a space where, when I say you've had a cross to bear, I feel like your love life has suffered, you've been heartbroken, you've had to learn some very harsh lessons in terms of love, in terms of your heart, in terms of healing your heart, putting the pieces of your heart back together. And I feel like the clover here is symbolizing that that hardship is over, or it's actually about to be over in March. I feel like you're going to be turning a new leaf in March, okay? I feel like it has a lot to do with Jupiter. So I feel like by Aries season, you guys are going to be experiencing a turnaround in matters of the heart. I feel like this energy of this having this cross to bear, I feel like that energy is dissipating. Like you're finally reaching, you're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel now in terms of love. All right. I love this for you. I really do. Because I feel like things, again, are going to turn a corner. And I feel like luck is on your side. Luck is definitely on your side. Interesting. Yeah, this is a 36. I don't know if you can see that, which reduces to a 9. So yeah, this feeling of intensity, this feeling of hardship, this cross on your back, this energy is ending. And it's going to be time for you to open up. See that? See how this person has their hands open with the heart? It's going to be time for you to pour out your emotions and open your heart, because something beautiful is trying to make its way to you. Okay? Let's get some more oracle cards and see what else we have here. Okay. First card out we have is yield, which is patience. Okay. So they're saying, I'm hearing two things. For some of you, it's requiring that you have patience, obviously. Others of you, I feel like you've been patient enough. Some of you have been really, you know, like when you're on the road and you have two converging lanes and there's this yield sign. You've been the kind of person that's been letting all the other cars go. You've been patient enough, and now it's time for you to go. So there could be this energy of like things were stagnant before and now they're not. Like there's movement now. You've been patient enough and things are going to start to move they're going to move forward, and they're going to move in a very positive direction. Oh, that just flew out. Look at this. We've got the heart card. Yeah. Romance is really on the menu this month, Pisces. Like, I feel like there is this element. I want you to notice these two cards, okay? So we've got, oh my gosh, my dog is barking outside the door. I don't know if you heard that. So you see how it's like this heart is in the sky. This is like a helium balloon. Things are looking up. Things are looking up. Love is rising. Love is coming to the surface. For some of you, it's the emotion of love it's emotions related to love that are literally coming to the surface, okay? So some of you may be feeling some repressed emotions that are going to pop up. Others of you, it's just the subject of love is going to be coming up this month, all right? Let's get one more card with this deck. Oops, that is way too many. But we've got a card right here. It's bullseye, focus, all right? Energy flows where your focus goes, okay? And for some of you, if you continuously focus on this hardship, that's what you're gonna get more of. You have to decide what you're gonna focus on. Are you going to focus on the possibilities that love can bring? Even though you don't know what's going to happen in the future, you can focus on a positive situation when it comes to love. You can focus on marriage. You can focus on commitment. Whatever you want your love life to look like, that's what you need to focus on, because that's what will come about. But if you keep focusing on this hardship or how things have been in the past, especially if you have repressed emotions that are coming back up, if you just ruminate on those and if you just focus on those, you're going to get more of that. So you're at a very important impasse in March. How you think and what you focus on is really going to manifest tenfold. Okay. And I have the feeling that it's also going to manifest very quickly. So the more negatively you think, the more negative things are going to pop up like almost immediately, right? But if you focus on the possibilities, if you focus on situations where you can safely open your heart, where you focus on your love life moving in a positive direction, I feel like that's what's going to manifest for you very quickly. All right. So let's get the tarot cards and see what else we have here. Okay, let's move these up a bit. All right. Okay. First card out we have is the Star, all right? So some of you, it's like your hopes and your dreams are coming to the forefront, especially when it comes to love. Some of you, I'm feeling some of you are looking for a partnership where you can just pour out your emotions. You know, as a Pisces, whether you're a Pisces sun or a Pisces rising, being emotional is like how you are hardwired, okay? And being able to express your emotions freely is natural to you. And you really want a relationship that allows you to do that. Some of you also need to cleanse your heart. Some of you need to have a good cry. Get out all of that stagnant energy, especially if you have repressed emotions coming up with respect to love. Allow yourself to release those. Allow your heart to be cleansed. Allow yourself to cry and cleanse your spirit. I love this for you. Look at that. That's the 10 of Cups. So yeah, like when it comes to relationships, I feel like there is a relationship on the horizon for you that's really going to come through. That's going to be everything that you've hoped for, okay? For those that are already in a relationship, I think that things are going to get better. The presence of this luck card right here lets me know that whatever's going on relationship-wise, it's really good. It's very fortunate. It's very lucky. Luck is on your side this month. And I love how this coincides with March, you know, St. Patrick's Day, all of that stuff. So I feel like you've got luck on your side in terms of love. And the presence of the 10 of Cups card says it all. Then we've got the God of Cups, all right? This is like the King of Cups in the regular tarot. So this is your counterpart. Remember, I just said you want someone that you can open up to emotionally. And look, he is submerged in water. This is someone who's going to meet you exactly where you're at, emotionally speaking. I feel like this person understands emotions. They're emotionally mature. They've mastered their emotions. And most importantly, they, you know, that Pisces energy, you guys tend to take on other people's emotions. And now I'm not necessarily getting that this is a Pisces man. I just feel like this is someone who is very comfortable with their emotions. They've mastered their emotions and they know what's theirs and what's not theirs. So it's not like, it's like you can open up to them emotionally. You can let them know how you feel. You can have them help you heal even. And it won't negatively affect them. They're not going to run away from that. I feel like this person is built for that. Okay, so this is looking really good for you, Pisces. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Let's get some more cards here. Okay, we've got the Son of Swords, and this is the Knight of Swords, all right? So this is going to require communication on your part. Some of you are going to meet someone, and you're really going to have to open up your level of communication with them. There is this element of exercising your throat chakra, of really allowing yourself to say how you feel. You guys are the masters of having people feel good. You communicate on the subconscious level, but I feel like in March, it's time for you to communicate on the conscious level. So it's time for you to exercise your throat chakra. It is time for you to speak your piece. It is time for you to really communicate how you're feeling. And I feel like you are going to find a partner. It doesn't have to be a man. It's not gender specific, but you are going to find a partner who can receive whatever it is that you're going to be communicating, especially when it comes to your emotions. I feel like they're ready, willing, and able to hear you out. They're willing to be your sounding board. They're willing to be with you in the trenches emotionally, but you're going to have to communicate. So you're going to have to get your communication skills up. You're going to have to be willing to be open and honest with your communication in March. And I feel like it's going to pay off really well for you. Okay. Let's get 3 more cards here. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. Oh my gosh, I love this. Yes. So first card out we have is the 5 of Wands. So some of you are going to feel conflicted, like communicating how you feel, communicating your feelings. You're going to be like, yeah, I don't know about that. I feel this energy of this inner conflict. Like, should I or should I not? Should I be honest about how I feel? Should I be honest about what I've been through? I feel like you're going to be straddling the fence when it comes to that. You're going to be like, ugh, I don't know. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. I feel like based on this reading, all signs point to yes, that you should express yourself emotionally to this person, okay? And we've got the 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups is wishes fulfilled. So whatever it is that you want in love, it is here for you. You've got the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Cups, okay? So love is looking real good for you, Pisces. I can't even stress that enough. That's why it's so important for you to express yourself verbally, okay? Because whatever you want is here for you. It is safe for you to express yourself. Let me put it that way. Because some of you, this conflict, this inner conflict that you have with yourself, it's because you feel like by expressing yourself, you're not going to feel safe. This person's going to leave, or this person's going to hurt you, or they're going to take what you've said and they're going to throw it back in your face at some point in time. And when I tell you, it looks like no, that's not going to happen, because this person is emotionally mature. They can understand their emotions and help you understand yours. So it is safe for you to be vulnerable. It is safe for you to communicate how you're feeling, what you've been through. Even if you want to talk about this cross that you've had to bear for so long, this person is all ears and they're coming to you with an open heart. So it's really important that you do that. And then we've got the 7 of Pentacles. This is seeds well planted. I feel like this is letting me know that this relationship has longevity to it. There's seeds that you're planting together, okay? Some of you have done a lot of the inner work in order to manifest this relationship. So these seeds well planted, I'm seeing like a tree that's bearing fruit. You've done the work, you've planted the seeds, you've tended to and nurtured those seeds. And in doing so, that is what has allowed this relationship to come about for you. So congratulations, Pisces. March is looking excellent when it comes to love, all right? So let's pick 3 final cards to get like a final message for this already beautiful reading. Oops. Okay. All right, we've got house. So I'm seeing like you've got the relationship, you've got house, like you're either going to be moving in with this person, but this also just lets me know that this relationship is secure, whether it's an existing relationship or a new one that you're going to be getting into. It is secured like a fortress. All right. All right. We've got adjudication. So some of you are going to have a decision to make. Some of you are going to have a decision to make. Okay. It could be a decision on a home. It could be a decision about this person. Could even be a decision about opening up to this person. But I feel like a decision has to be made. And I feel like whatever decision you make, it's going to be a good one. But remember, it all is determined, or the determining factor is your focus. All right. Decide where you want to put your focus, and that is what will come about. But look at this reading. Look at how beautiful it is. I think you already know where you should put your focus. All right. Get one last card here. Okay, we've got mature woman. All right, so this could be, it's a woman, but it also can be a man. It's not gender specific. So you could be getting into a relationship with someone who is older, okay? But remember I said before, this person is emotionally mature. So I feel like this is you, this is this person. This is a very mature relationship, especially emotionally. And I want you to look at this. She's wearing a blue, sorry about the glare. She's wearing a blue dress, right? She is draped in blue. Blue is the color of the throat chakra. This is someone who knows how to communicate. They know how to use their throat chakra. They know how to speak up. So Pisces, this month is all about speaking up for you, putting your focus where you want it to go, and watching a relationship blossom or a relationship come to life that literally is the relationship of your dreams. All right. All right, Pisces. So that has been your monthly astro forecast for the month of March 2023. I sincerely hope that you were able to get at least one important message that you can use to go forward in this month. All right. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, or order a natal chart or a progressed natal chart report, those links are going to be in the description box below. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have an amazing month, and I will see you in my next video. All right, my loves, take care.